and I am RG Tanner, and this is Misadventures of a Schizophrenic, and this is the most highly requested subject I've gotten from my friends, is our love story. This is my husband.
I'm Scott.
And this is the story of how we met, how we got together, everything that happened in between. And so we have to rewind 12 years, because we met when I was at the wee age of 19. And how old were you?
27.
27 years old. So there was a bit of an age gap, especially being a teenager, still being 19. There's 8 years between us. And so we met at a bonfire. My friend, my old next door neighbor, brought me as her guest to one of her work bonfires, and she pointed to him and said, "See him? He's mine.
Don't talk to him.
Don't talk to him." And so I didn't. I respected the girl code, and I didn't talk to him. But as luck would have it,
I just started talking to her because I wanted to be friendly and have a chance to talk to everybody that was there and just be social.
what was your first reaction when you saw me?
It's just like, whoa, I gotta talk to her.
And my reaction when I saw you was just, oh my god, there's no one else here that I want to talk to, just him. And so we spent that entire night just talking to each other. I told my mom that I was sleeping over at my friend's house, when in actuality I was at his condo, and we just stayed up all night watching musicals and
just hanging out, chit-chatting, and just having a good time.
And we kind of dated that time around, but we were too young and immature to really realize what we needed out of a relationship, so we went our separate ways.
For 8 years.
So there was 8 years in between that, and then one day I got a text message from you, and tell them what happened with that.
Before that, I was just having such a hard time of remembering her last name, and then one day it just hit me out of nowhere, and I just was like, okay, I gotta look her up on Facebook and see how she's doing before I forget.
And you say it was like a sucker punch to the gut?
Yeah, it was. It just hit me just like someone punched me. And then, we just started talking back and forth, texting, and then we met up for coffee. And
well, what had happened is that I was recently out of a breakup, and we met for a coffee. And what was the first thing that went through your head when you first saw me?
Well, her hair had changed, but I still recognized her immediately. Her hair was much longer. It was about down to halfway down her back when we first met, and then it was a pixie cut. And she still looked just as beautiful, even more beautiful than when I remember seeing her that 8 years ago.
And I didn't realize that you were the same person because your head was shaved. It took me a minute. I was like, who is this person with a shaved head in my driveway? And then as I got closer, and you were also wearing sunglasses at the time.
I thought we met up at the Starbucks.
No, you picked me up at my parents' house.
Oh, I thought we met up at the Starbucks.
No, you picked me up. And I walked out to you, and I was wearing my purple shirt and my pirate boots.
I remember the pirate boots. I don't remember the shirt you wore.
And anyway, we went out to coffee, and we just started talking to each other more and more, like every day, just text here, text there, phone call here, phone call there. I started hanging out here at the condo, and it just kind of turned into something more. I still had to heal from my previous breakup that I had mentioned, but you were the only person to pursue me. In every other relationship I have ever had, I've been the one to pursue the other person. And
I thought that's the way it was supposed to go.
But wouldn't you agree that you pursued me?
Yeah.
And what did you do?
Just kept on texting you, calling you, asking you out. On dates and
our first date was actually up in the canyons, and I didn't know where in God's name we were going to go.
I was very secretive.
Yeah, you told me to
dress warm,
and that was the only thing I knew.
And that got the wheels turning with confusion.
And he loves to cook, and I had told him that one thing that I absolutely love is clam chowder. So we got up to the canyons, and he put a blanket out. He had his iPad playing a few movies, just to have some sound in the background because he knew that I didn't like silence. And he had made his homemade clam chowder, and he even brought dessert in the form of those little elf cookies.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about those.
And so that was our first date, and after that we went on a few more dates, and I was getting impatient. I was like, okay, when's he going to ask me to be his girlfriend? When's he going to ask me to be his girlfriend? So I just turned to him and I say, when are you going to ask me to be your girlfriend?
And what did I say? Like, I'm working on it, be patient, or something like that.
And so I waited, and then what was the thing that you did next?
I showed up with a single red rose.
Because to back up a little bit, I had just had surgery when we first reconnected, and he got me a yellow rose as a sign of friendship and to get well. So the red rose was the next step up, going to being boyfriend and girlfriend. And we weren't really boyfriend-girlfriend for long because one time we were hanging out at a park, and Scott here turned to me and said, when we're married, we should probably do this, that, or the other thing. I can't remember what you said exactly, but I was like, wait, what? When we get married? What are you talking about? He's like, I just thought that we were getting married. Like, it was common knowledge to both of us that we were getting married at that point. Like, did you automatically think of me as your future wife at that point?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
And so I was just like, okay, and we started looking at engagement rings, and so he told me one day that I had to stay home while he went shopping with his mom. I didn't realize that he was shopping for my engagement ring.
Again, being very secretive.
And this is the ring. He knew that I was not dead set on having a big diamond. So what happened on the night of our engagement, you took me out to the melting pot. It was February 15th. You wanted to go out for Valentine's Day, but you had to work.
Yeah.
And
plus, the place we go to only has a set menu on Valentine's Day.
So we went on February 15th, and we went to this fondue restaurant and had a great time, and you seemed unusually nervous, and I couldn't pinpoint why, because you were kind of going like, you know.
Well, just nervous with anticipation, excitement.
And then he later told me that he wanted to propose at the restaurant, but there were people carrying hot oil and hot cheese and hot chocolate, and he was afraid of kneeling down in one of the aisles.
One of the waiters or waitresses coming around the corner with a pot of scalding hot oil and tripping over me and dousing me with that. And we'd have a fun night out and a trip to the ER.
Yep, and then he said, okay, we're gonna take a little drive, and then he took me to the park where we met, where we had the bonfire, and he put on some music, and we slow danced under the stars, and we just enjoying the moment, and then all of a sudden you kind of backed away from me for a minute, and you looked at me, and you knelt down, and there was complete silence for a second, and then all you said was, will you marry me?
That's all I could muster up.
Well, it's like you're choking back tears.
And there was so much more that I wanted to say, but all I could get out was, will you marry me?
Because out of the two of us, you're the crier.
I'm the sap.
Oh, we're both saps, and it makes people very uncomfortable. But you are the crier out of the two of us. And I, of course, immediately said yes. I was just like, yes, 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 yes. I will marry you. And then he showed me the ring, and I remember at the moment I was just so happy to be engaged to you that, like, no offense, but I didn't even care what the ring looked like at that moment. I was just like, I get to spend forever with this person. You know, that's what really mattered to me at that moment. And so I, you know, that night we came back here, and there were rose petals leading from the front door to the bedroom, and there was all these little romantic things like candles all over the place and everything.
Didn't I have some balloons and something?
No, that was the wedding night.
Okay.
But anyway, on the night of our engagement, there was rose petals. We didn't get home until after midnight, so we just kind of crashed. And the next day, congratulations started pouring in.
We did stop off at my old neighbor's on the way home, just for like 10 minutes.
Yep, had a quick drink with the neighbor. And then our friend Jordana threw us an engagement party, and it was very thoughtful of her. She set up everything. She got like a 5-foot-long party sub and everything, and she got gluten-free cupcakes. She knew that I was allergic to tomatoes, so there was no tomato in anything. And at that point, we were thinking the theme of our wedding was going to be a deck of cards.
Yeah.
And so everything at the engagement party was deck of cards themed. But anyway, engagement was a wonderful time in our lives together.
I will get close to your heartache if you won't open your door. I'm feeling kinda lost when your mind is hiding whatever that is choking your chest. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind, now I'm here by your side. So let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget about what's wrong. Let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. You won't get closer to me if you won't open your door. If that's what you want, then baby, try to